What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back with round three of our preview predictions for the upcoming round, man. Last round was good. It's really been a pretty good season so far. I know we're only like 2 games in, plus the opening round, so we're still early on. But as always, hope you guys are doing good and amazing, doing very, very well. I'm not going to keep you guys long for too long today because I do want to just get through these games, share my thoughts with you guys, and just make it quick, easy, and simple. But as always, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like the video and sub as well. On the way to 6K. 6K is small, but it's a very, very big deal to me. So every sub, every like, sub, comment helps out. So always appreciate you guys. Always love you guys as always. Big up, big L's. But anyway, let's get started with the round. Obviously, going back to round two, Hawthorne beat Carlton, which we kind of seen that. Hawthorne, like I said, very very good team. 3-0 so far in the season. With them, are they going to be able to keep it up? Now, are we going to see? I think Sydney did something similar. Did something similar. I think like last year, 2 years ago, they start off the season like undefeated for like a good smooth minute. Then they went into like a little like rush stretch. I think it was last year. Can Hawthorne repeat that? They're beating teams in front of them, and I think they have another hard game this week as well. So shout out to Hawthorne, man. Obviously, they beat Carlton 80-60 last round. Collingwood beat Western Bulldogs 76-70. Collingwood, like I said, getting back to it. Bombers, who I think I've seen they lost like the last nine of like the last nine out of 11 games going back to last season. I mean, utter ridiculous. Adelaide looked good so far. Very very good team from Adelaide. Um, Richmond getting humbled. Richmond getting humbled. Port Adelaide beat them 140-68. St. Kilda beat Geelong. Very good win for St. Kilda. You guys know me, man. I have my ups and downs about them, but St. Kilda, very good win. Brisbane, after a slow start, beating West Coast Eagles. West Coast Eagles competed hard, competed well. If they do performances like that, hopefully with these fast starts they may have, it leads to them winning some games, but not this past week against Brisbane, win by 19. North Melbourne, which probably the surprise of the season so far, being Melbourne. Yes, I know Richmond had that big win early on, but North Melbourne being Melbourne, I think Melbourne are like 0-2 now. North Melbourne, big ups to them, man. Big ups to win by 59. Big ups to them. And then obviously Sydney being Freo by only 3 points. So very good round. That's a little recap from last week. You guys don't know you guys' biggest takeaway entering round three. Now let's hop into round three. All right, so tomorrow, March 27th, we have the Bombers against Port Adelaide. I got Port Adelaide beating the Bombers. Bombers are they're in a rough stretch. I think Port Adelaide, come up that big win they had, are going to continue that up. The Bombers, I'm not sure what's going on with them. You guys know better than me, but it ain't good, Chief. It ain't good. Carlton playing Western Bulldogs. I got Carlton getting back right against the Western Bulldogs. Like I said, Western Bulldogs had tough battle last week against Collingwood, but I suspect Carlton does win again and beats Western Bulldogs. Melbourne against Gold Coast. Like I said, Melbourne just, man, I don't know what's going on. I know Max Gawn's still there and all, but this is not the Melbourne team we know. And last year, they had some issues. But I don't think they made the finals last year, so it's entering this year. Now at 15th currently. Some point you gotta get going. Do I think it's gonna be this week? I do feel like at the MCG at home they are gonna beat Gold Coast. Gold Coast have been so far so good early on, but like I said, we only play like 2 games. I got Melbourne beating Gold Coast. St. Kilda against Richmond. Got St. Kilda beating Richmond. Like I said, Richmond are gonna play hard, but last week and absolutely humbled. If Richmond can just have these, just play hard. Just play hard, man. Everybody knows you guys. You guys ain't great. You're kind of mid, but go out there and play hard, man. Big ups to St. Kilda. I got them beating Richmond. Hawthorne against GWS. Another tough game for Hawthorne Hawks. And at some point, somebody's got to beat them, right? You would think they're gonna lose at some point, but they have been the most dominant team to start the season, not just record wise, but just in terms of their like performances and all. I got Hawthorne beating GWS. Yes, if I sound a bit different, I think it's allergies are starting to kick up to me. Obviously, it's spring here in the States. Allergies and the pollen and crap. It ain't great. It ain't great. But I got Hawthorne beating GWS at the UTAS Stadium. I think it's what the gallery round. I thought I saw something on like the AFL's page, but I do know Adelaide are dropping some like new like uniforms as well. So for this round, I got Hawthorn being GWS. Brisbane against Geelong. Ooh. If Brisbane can fix these slow starts that they had, you're at the Gabba, you're at home going up against Geelong, experienced team. I think the boys will do it again. I think defensively, and also before I even get to defensively, last week you saw like Zorko, I think Andrews, I think like Neil getting into it. Listen, it's part of the game. It's going to happen. It's going to be high temper tantrums. Guys get heated, but at the end of the day, it's all love. And it's going to happen. We started off shit last week, but we still came back and won. So big ups to Brisbane. And the last game, or two last games, Adelaide against North Melbourne. North Melbourne, great win, but it ain't, let's relax. Adelaide have been very, very surprisingly good. Sarah Adelaide, if they can just find some consistency, which so far they have shown in these first few games, let's see what they do. But I do have them being North Melbourne at the Adelaide Oval. Lastly, West Coast against Freo. Freo disappointed. I know like a few people had them making the top 8. I think it was in my top 8 as well. But I do think they are going to beat West Coast. I think West Coast, listen, compete hard, play hard. Harley Reid, the young 19-year-old. I got Freo beating West Coast. And outside our boys and girls, that is my predictions for each matchup. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys are feeling. Am I wrong? Am I right? I feel like I am pretty right. But as always, don't forget to like the video, sub as well. Take care. See you guys soon. Peace.